Back at the mini storage one more time. I've got to grade this far edge that we didn't grade last time because the power company and the septic company had to come down this side with the power line and the septic line that runs all the way to the back. And now I've got to come over here and clean up the mess they made from digging a trench all the way down through there. Get a ditch graded back in there, haul some topsoil, put on that slope to stabilize it. Kind of hard to tell, but that's what it looks like. Septic's all the way down there in the woods. So I've got to come in here and clean all this up, get a swale cut back in there, and then cut it out where we can put stone in here. So let me get to it. So we cut a couple loads out with the mini and the skid steer, and I'm gonna hop on the dozer and come in here and cut this out, grade that slope out, and we're gonna haul some topsoil up here and start putting that on there, getting that tracked in, and then start grading out. This is gonna be topsoil here as well, and then I got to cut out for stone down there. All right, so I got all that graded out. I think the curve turned out pretty well. John's down there loading up the last little bit. Oh, it's sleepy. But yeah, got a good little grade cut down from the building down to the ditch. Before, if you remember, that's where I got the mini stuck, was like right in there somewhere. That's where I buried it. Now it might have been, it was somewhere like right in here. But as you can tell, it's nice and dry now. Won't even hardly leave a track print or rut or anything. But yeah, got that graded out. Pretty much I'll run the grader over it, slick it up, and we'll put some stone over it. So now we've got Tim's up there putting topsoil on the hill. Get all the topsoil spread and graded out, then start bringing stone in. Alright, so that entire slope up here is done. Got everything cut out, topsoil put down. They'll come tomorrow and hydroseed that. We've got a load of stone, getting a couple more. Go ahead and put that in here to build the road around. I'm gonna hop on the dozer real quick and run down this ditch right here and get it shaped up, and then come in here with the mini like I did there and slick it up. Tim's gonna start pushing some stone down through there. It's kind of a little too wet for the truck to go in there and spread it. So we'll just spread it with the skid steer, and I'll come in here with the grader and smear it around. All right, I got the ditch graded out and slicked up a little bit. Run down there with the dozer and got that cleaned up all the way around here. And Tim got the stone spread out. And I run down it with the grader. Got it smoothed up, so all that's left to do is roll it in and clean up these edges right here. Alright, got all the stone put in and rolled. Been running around here with the skid steer cleaning up around all the building ends and everything. It's a little tight to try to get in there with the motor grader or the dozer. So I've come in here and slicked all that up and kind of get those little swales graded back in. That's pretty well done. I'm going to get some pure gravel and top dress all this with that. So waiting on that to get here, and I'll start the aisleway up in between the buildings, spreading that. I'm actually just going to spread it with the skid steer. I think trying to tailgate spread it, it's going to be hard to get it up next to the buildings, and if it all gets in that swale, it's going to be hard to grade it out and pull it out. So I'm just going to take it in there one bucket full at a time and spread it out. It shouldn't be too bad. All right, waiting for stone now. Well, I don't think you could ask for that to look any nicer from just pouring it out of the bucket. I'll take a video tomorrow when I spread the other side. This is my practice aisle, and hell, I think it looks pretty doggone good. Well, that's enough for today. Be back in the morning. he's good at spreading stone. Just watch. Ta-da! We got all the 57 stones spread around all the buildings. And Tim's just gonna run around there with the roller with no vibrate on and just roll the stone. You can see right here where he made a pass. It just kind of helps it kind of seat in there and gives it a nice smooth finish. Because it's a little aggravating trying to spread with slope and the terraces up and down. But got it spread out pretty good. Let him roll that in there and it'll give it a nice finished look. See how that looks where he's rolled it? Yeah, I like the way that looks. Spread a little gravel out. About halfway covered now. I'm gonna go ahead and spread it on over and get it rolled in, and then come down here and fix that little berm back from that pole to the little riprap ditch channel I got. So we make this look a little nicer. So all the gravel is pretty well spread out now. Tim's rolling in the few little spots we had to touch up this morning. Had a couple little light spots we sprinkled some gravel over and I ran over. But running over with the roller, it just kind of packs it in there nice. Gives it a good flat finish. So he's gonna finish that up. I got all the gravel spread between the buildings yesterday, and he got that rolled in and cleaned up around the buildings. So I like the way this looks. That way if it comes a little rain, that ABC won't turn to like a slurry. It'll kind of, it gives it more of a clean look, I think. No more gravel than it took to do all this. And we got the hillside graded out with topsoil put on it, even though it doesn't look like it now because it's dried out, but it is a pretty good sandy topsoil. So they're coming tomorrow to hydro seed that. And then lastly, the fence guys are coming to put the fence around the remaining, well, all the way around the storage unit here and the parking area. So I got the ditch regraded down through here. Just a nice shallow little ditch. And then it tapers into the larger ditch. It runs all the way around the backside and into the retention pond. So I like the way this turned out. It's a nice look with the gravel right there to where the edge of the fence is going to go. And then I regraded, they're going to hydro seed all this ditch as well. Regraded that all the way down to here. And let me walk down here this, and I'll show you the new culvert got put in. And regraded the ditch all the way down to here. Put in a new culvert for a ditch crossing to access the backside. There'll be a gate put right here. Pipe, riprap, more riprap, and then regraded the rest of the ditch. Got it tracked in all the way down to the retention pond. Kind of did a little outlet right here where all the water can run down, and then hopefully run into this instead of washing the bank out.